Welcome to the channel. Erika Kirk's name is hot in these streets right now. What I mean by that is that she has been all in the headlines, and that made me curious. I wanted to know, who is Erika Kirk? What was she like before she got Kirked? I searched the internet, I did some digging, and I found some information. Check this out.
Need an excuse to smile today? Welcome to Daily Delights, your daily dose of tasty tidbits that will get you revved up for the
If I could be great at one thing, I wish that I could sit in front of a mirror or a makeup mirror in general and spend more than just 20 minutes to a half hour looking at myself.
The internet never really forgets, and that is the part a lot of people avoid when the cleanup starts. Videos get removed, posts disappear, accounts get cleared out, and suddenly whole parts of someone's past can seem like they vanished overnight. But online, things usually leave a trail behind. Screenshots get saved, clips get reposted, and old interviews can resurface years later at the most unexpected time. And when those older clips come back around, they grab attention fast. That is what has been happening with Erika Kirk. Over the past year, older clips and past appearances connected to her have slowly started showing up again across social media. Not through one huge reveal, not through some massive drop, but little by little. An old
Like they say, what's done in the dark will come to the light. And Erika is on full blast. Her information is out there, y'all.
Interview here, a past project there, and a forgotten appearance suddenly landing on someone's timeline again. Each time one of these clips resurfaces, people have a strong reaction. They do not just watch and scroll past. They pause, replay it, and look again because it feels very different from the public image they expected to see. That contrast is what keeps the conversation going, and it is a big reason people continue to pay attention online.
I do think it should be legalized, so just take this miniature journey with me for just a second, and instead of looking at the negative side, let's look at the positive side real quick. After watching several documentaries, I do think it should be legalized because it not only has some remedies to some modern day medicines that we use, but it also can be taxed so we can get some extra stimulus money.
Wow. So Erika Kirk was for legalizing that smoke. That's surprising, because I believe Charlie Kirk was against that. Interesting. Go on.
The thought. And on top of that, I think that as our country is evolving and things are happening around the world, we really need to start taking into consideration just some alternatives to things. So I think we need to see both sides of this. So open dialogue, I'm all for it.
If you want, send the next chunk and I'll keep rewriting it in this same
Erika Kirk was down for whatever. That's what it's starting to sound like to me.
safer, YouTube-friendly style. The person in those older clips feels very different from the version people think they know today, and that contrast hits hard right away. It is so noticeable that many viewers instantly start trying to explain it away. Some say the clips must be misleading, edited strangely, taken out of context, or pushed around online in a way that changes how they look. That is because accepting two very different public images at once can make people uncomfortable. But this is where that defense starts to lose steam. These clips are not just random guys.
Look at her eyes. Evil. I see pure evilness in her eyes, man. She has the evil eye. She's got a cold stare. For real.
Gossip floating around the internet. They are not made up visuals, and they are not pieced together just for attention. The footage being discussed appears to come from her earlier public past, recorded long before anyone expected it to become part of today's conversation again. There is no need for dramatic effects, extra sound, or heavy outside narration to make people react. It is simply older footage that is now being looked at in a new light, and that is why it is getting so much attention. Once these clips start circulating again, they bring up bigger questions about public image, consistency.
That lady looks evil. Definitely. She's evil, man. Was she always evil?
Respect for the individuals that are in the pornography industry, not because they're degrading women or anything like that, but because that's their field and they are professionals. So I give them credit for being able to have a job and make money and stimulate the economy that way. But I think that there needs to be a way to shield it from the overall public, such as the kids, keep it away from them. But in general, that's a tough one. I'd really have to say that we live in a free country, so if you want to watch it, turn on your pay-per-view. If not, then why don't you turn on something else that's a little bit more G-rated?
Wow. Not only was she for legalizing that green, that good smoke, she also supported nastiness, the nasty flicks. She just sat right here and told us that she supports nasty flicks. She's down for whatever, man. Or she was down for whatever at one point in time. This is interesting. Go on.
Just a thought.
And whether the version people see now matches the version that existed before.
Man, look how she is hugging JD Vance. Look at this. Rubbing the back of his head. She was up close and personal, wasn't she? I mean, she went all the way in on that hug, didn't she? Rubbing the back of his neck, damn near rubbing the back of his ear. Something is not right with that picture there, man. Well, I guess she was down for whatever, according to what she has been saying so far. So I guess this picture kind of makes sense. Y'all think JD Vance was hitting that? Put it down in the comments. Let me know.
People are not only reacting to the footage itself, they are reacting to the distance between the public image they were shown and the older clips now being noticed again. And that kind of tension keeps people talking, especially when older material keeps finding its way back online. Long before politics, public advocacy, and the faith-centered image many now connect with her, Erika Kirk appeared to be presenting herself in a very different way.
Hi!
Good morning, America!
I've lived in China. I've lived in Chongqing. I've been to Romania. I've been to Croatia. Lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit. Really handsome.
You look gorgeous. Are you fixing my... I got a little bacon. Babe, that's deep in there. Give them a cleavage. People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sugarfoot. Men do not show cleavage. I'm going to just have to stop him right there. Talking about showing cleavage. Man, if he don't get out of here with that.
Sex sells, babe.
Sex sells. That's me.
That's against our religion.
It's not within the confines of marriage. It's like we went through a little test these first 5 months before.
Well, and not only that, like, think about the time difference. Like, I'm 2 hours behind, so he doesn't get to sleep until, like, 2, and I go to bed at, like, midnight or sometimes even later. And then when we are here in Tulsa together, we don't go to bed the first night until, like, 3-ish, because we stay up talking.
Back.
I bet they do be doing some talking. Erika was down for whatever back in the day, huh? She was giving it up. Look at her eyes right here, y'all. Evil. That lady is evil, man. Vindictive.
Then she was not standing on stages talking about values or presenting herself like a polished public figure. She was going after cameras, attention, and any opportunity that could put her in front of an audience. Pageants, modeling work, TV auditions, anything that could open a door and get her noticed seemed to be part of the path she was taking. In 2012,
So I guess it's also safe to say that she has always been chasing clout. Makes sense.
she entered the pageant world as Miss Arizona and made it all the way to the national stage. Like many contestants, she took part in recorded interviews designed to highlight personality, goals, and ambition. These were not random clips tossed aside.
That lady is so fake. Look at her cry. She's crying right now. I don't see no tears running down that makeup. Do y'all? Man, this lady is phony. Phony as it gets.
For no reason. They were filmed clearly, posted publicly, and meant to be seen at the time. But after that moment,
Because it's like a slumber party.
You see the way she was wiping them tears? Man, let me run that back. Just dab in the corner of her eyes. Let me run that back real quick. Erika crazy, man. Let's see this, man. She pretty dramatic, ain't she?
Clips tossed aside for no reason. They were filmed clearly, posted publicly, and meant to be seen at the time.
Look at that.
But after that moment,
Because it's like a slumber party.
It was not
You're
a
catching up with your
teardrop.
best friend, and then she's on California time.
It was not a teardrop on her face, man. She need to cut that out. She wasn't a good actor. That's for sure.
And then it's usually like a late flight because she's finishing work.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just, we're used to crazy schedules because of our unique jobs anyway. So it's just,
Organized chaos.
no,
That's not us.
we're going to make fun of you if you make a team t-shirt.
We would definitely make
That's
fun of
coming
you.
down
And we
hard.
wouldn't even be afraid to make fun of you. We would probably make fun of you to your face, too.
For sure.
Because whatever
you
we
would
say
laugh.
about them,
Yeah.
behind their back, we would say to their face.
For sure.
This is Erika before Turning Point. She seems pretty down to earth, if you ask me. I will say that much. I'll give her that. She seems pretty down to earth. You know, she's pretty much down for whatever, so that was cool. She might have been kind of all right back in the day. Fake. She seems like she's always been fake, but she was pretty down to earth, you know. Ambitious, young, trying to come up, trying to find her place in the world. And she looks like she might have been kind of fun to be around at one point in time.
100%.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
So if we don't like you, we'll tell you we
If
don't
you
like
don't
you.
know, now you know.
If you
know what
don't
I'm saying?
know, now you know.
Yeah.
Censored.
Probably.
Censored.
She said, if you don't know, now you know. Censored. Censored. I bet you she won't censor that word these days. That's funny. She said censored, censored. I bet she'd probably be saying the N-word all day, every day now. Driving in traffic, get out the way. Talking to her friends, did you see that? In line?
We would
But
for sure.
it would be very uncomfortable.
Yeah. But anything dealing with confrontation, that's on me.
That's her. She lets it out.
Calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
I have my pretty boy right
Cold
here for
eyes.
that.
Cold as ice.
As cold as
I
ice.
love when you pet my face.
That's almost like how she was touching J.D. Vance's neck and the back of his head and that hug that she gave him. It's pretty touchy-feely too, huh? That's exactly how she was rubbing J.D. Vance's neck. Erika's a bad girl.
I know your beard's really small.
Yeah.
But yes, pick us.
Please.
We will not let you down.
past, they slowly faded into the background and got buried under years of online noise.
Look at her
For a
eyes.
long time, almost nobody paid those interviews much attention. But now that some of them are being noticed again, people are looking at them very differently. In one segment, she was asked a simple question: what skill do you most wish you could improve? Instead of giving a serious
Spooky. Let me run that back. Her eyes are spooky. That was it right there, wasn't it? Man, spooky. Look at that. You cannot tell me that her eyes are not spooky. Damn. Look like she putting a curse on you when she looking like that, don't it? Man, I'm gonna have to do some more digging. She almost looked like she might be doing some kind of witchcraft or something. Look at her eyes. She might do the voodoo on you or put a spell on you with her eyes. She looked like she could burn a hole through your clothes with her eyes. Man, crazy.
what skill do you most wish you could improve? Instead of giving a serious or inspiring answer, she laughed and said she wished she could
Her eyes back then did not look like that, man. It's almost like she was a pure white angel before she got with Charlie. And after she got with Charlie, she just got possessed, man. You see the look in her eyes, and then that's what happens with people once they get possessed. Their look changes. Their eyes change. Their personality change. And I think that's maybe what happened with Erika.
And more than 20 minutes staring in the mirror doing her makeup. That moment, small as it may seem, is one of the reasons people say the older image feels so different from the one being presented now. That comment landed in a rough way. It came off shallow, awkward, and far from what pageant audiences usually expect to hear. People were waiting for answers about charity, education, or personal growth. But instead, they got a light comment about makeup and mirror time. That is a big reason the clip caught people off guard and started spreading so fast online. Some viewers were so surprised that they figured it had to be a joke or something being shared without the full context. But from what people saw, it was simply part of how...
Around the U.S., currently, a lot of states have been raising bills to legalize recreational marijuana use for adults over the age of 21. I was just wondering what your opinion would be on that.
I lose the audience every time on this, but I don't care. I'm very much against the use of marijuana, both personally and legally, and I'm happy to debate it if you guys want. So the best argument, and I'm booing and people are cooing, it's fine.
Exactly. They were like opposites, weren't they? He was totally against the legalization of that good green. He was against it, and she was all for it. I mean, what did they have in common, really? That's what I want to know. How did they connect? I don't really see the connection between them two. Did she just get with Charlie for the clout? I'm starting to think so. Starting to seem that way because it don't seem like they really had a lot of things in common. I mean, she supports a nasty movie, so maybe she was just freaky and Charlie Kirk liked that. Maybe that's what it was.
I'll try to prove you wrong. The best argument is why should the government be involved in it? That's the best argument. However, if you for a second think that it is admirable and good to put a psychoactive chemical, marijuana, in your body and think that it's great for you, I think you got another thing coming. Whether it be psychosis, increase in hospitalization, increase in depression, increase in anxiety, and the stories after stories that show the impact of marijuana on people's own mental health is extraordinary.
Erika was presenting herself during that period, and that sharp contrast is exactly why so many people are still paying attention now. As more of those older answers got noticed again, even more viewers started doing double takes because the tone felt very different from the image many people connect with today.
She was feeling dude. You could see how she was looking at him. Was Erika Kirk still in love with this guy, even after she got with Mr. Charlie? I wonder if any of y'all know that, the answer to that. Put it down in the comments, man. Fill me in. Let me know.
When the conversation turned to topics tied to the adult entertainment industry, her answer was not the harsh response some viewers expected. Instead, she gave a more measured take, speaking about respecting people's choices and talking in a way that sounded more practical than emotional.
Let's challenge the legalization advocates. Advocates for the legalization of marijuana have made promises throughout the years. Legalize weed and you'll get these things. They say less kids will use it because it will be legalized. They say the cartels will be weakened if it gets legalized. And number three, that we will be able to go after harder drugs and that generally drug use will go down. And then finally, crime will go down. In every state where it's legalized, we have seen more kids use marijuana, not less kids use marijuana. The cartels are richer and stronger and more profitable than ever before. Drug use across the country has gone up, and it has not resulted in safer marijuana being consumed. The black market is actually stronger than ever. So almost every single lie, and crime is also going up. And by the way, I think I smell weed right now. It's disgusting. And almost every single lie they've told us has been proven incorrect.
That answer stood out because it felt very different from the...
Charlie had a point, didn't he? Some of that stuff that he just said was actually kind of accurate. Maybe not 100% accurate, but he had a strong point right there. I'm gonna have to get that to that man.
more faith-centered and values-focused image many now associate with her. Then the discussion moved to marijuana legalization, and once again, people were not expecting that kind of answer. Rather than framing it in a strongly moral way, she spoke about medical use, tax revenue, and open public discussion. The response sounded calm and policy-focused, and that is what made so many people stop and look twice. And compared to the image she would later line herself up with, the difference was hard.
Erika probably like to smoke a little sticky icky herself. That's what I'm starting to believe.
To miss. On their own, none of those older comments would automatically seem huge. People grow.
She looks more like a vapor. She probably vapes. Edibles.
Views shift, and a lot can change over the course of 10 years. That part is normal, and most people understand that. But that is not what grabbed attention here. What really stood out was the contrast between the two versions people feel they are seeing. In those older clips, Erika came across as relaxed, casual, and very connected to lifestyle and entertainment culture.
She's so fake, man. Her crying skills are not good. You know how some actors, they can just make themselves cry at the drop of a dime. She hasn't mastered that skill yet. She needs to keep taking her acting classes.
She seemed easygoing, flexible, and fully in that moment. The Erika people see today gives off a very different image. Now the presentation feels more polished, more controlled, and much more focused on discipline, strong values, and carefully chosen messaging. To many viewers, it does not come across like a slow change over time. It feels more like a major image shift. And when the distance between the past and the present looks that wide, people naturally start asking questions. They are not asking those questions quietly either. That kind of change gets attention fast, and it keeps people watching closely. And it did not stop with pageant clips. Once people started looking deeper, more past appearances and older projects began getting noticed again. Long before politics became part of the picture, Erika seemed fully focused on media and entertainment opportunities.
The timing in my life is perfect for this opportunity. I'm at a great point, just career-wise, to be able to take on this type of endeavor. And I feel like I have something very unique to offer this whole experience in general. Like I said, I'm very coachable, I'm very trainable. And I'm the type of person that I don't need all the time in the world to get ready. If you say you got to be on a plane in a half hour and you have to pack your stuff and go, I'm on it. I'm kind of like a gypsy. I don't mind living out of a suitcase. I'm used to it, and that's something that I'm okay with. So
a young Erika was down for whatever. She was with it. She was with it.
Traveling, I love it. I'm all for it. I'm up for anything. I want to learn. I want to be able to use this opportunity and harness all the things that I can learn from it and be able to just inspire people. Like, how cool of a chance it is to be able to work with Diane and her brand. And that's why I want to use this opportunity.
A young Erika was ambitious, wasn't she? I mean, she was young, ambitious, down for whatever, trying to come up in the world, and she was trying to find her place in the world, it seems. And then she ended up with old boy eventually.
To inspire, to be able to make a difference, and to work with Diane and a brand that does that.
It was reality show auditions, hosting jobs, music video appearances, and small acting roles wherever she could get in the door. She also worked with acting coaches and kept building a modeling resume that helped her move in bigger meetings.
It's safe to say those acting coaches did not teach her the crying technique. She needs to get her money back.
Media circles. This did not look like casual trying here and there. It looked like someone fully chasing entertainment opportunities and staying ready for the next opening. There are clips of her speaking confidently about her goals, explaining how comfortable she was with traveling often and adjusting to whatever the job required. She described herself as adaptable, coachable, and eager for opportunity. The whole vibe felt much more connected to media hustle and on-camera ambition than anything people now associate with public advocacy or values-based messaging. That is why some viewers say the older image feels so different. To them, it looked like someone working hard to reach bigger platforms, bigger connections, and bigger visibility in a very competitive space. That kind of path is not unusual in entertainment at all, but people say it stands out now because of how sharply it contrasts with the more reserved and carefully presented image seen today. Her past public connections also started getting more attention once people began looking back. Before Charlie entered the picture, online followers pointed to older interactions involving athletes, media personalities, and other public figures. Past comments, social posts, and public networking moments began resurfacing again. None of that automatically means anything dramatic on its own, because plenty of people move that way in media circles. But to many viewers, the tone, the energy, and the ambition in those older moments felt very different from the image she would later present. It all felt like it came from a completely different chapter of her life. And then came the relationship that seemed to change her public image in a major way. After meeting Charlie, the presentation people saw online did not just slowly shift, it changed very quickly. The entertainment-focused image faded into the background, and in it...
That's something that I've been noticing since I've been looking at this video. She's two different people, man. Before and after Charlie. Two different people. Big old switch up.
Its place came a much more faith-centered and conservative public persona. That change was so noticeable that many people felt like they were looking at two very different versions of the same person. Supporters saw it as personal growth, maturity, and stepping into a new season of life. Critics, though, did not see it that way. To them, it did not feel natural or gradual. It looked more like a carefully managed image change that happened with real purpose behind it. Then Charlie's passing brought even more public attention. After that loss, Erika became more visible, speaking publicly, helping lead projects, and presenting herself as someone protecting his legacy. And with that kind of spotlight comes heavy public attention. Every appearance gets noticed, every comment gets discussed, and even older photos start getting looked at in a new way. Once that attention locked in, people online started revisiting the past even more closely. Older interviews began circulating again, archived pages started reappearing, and past audition material got noticed once more. With every old clip or post that resurfaced, viewers felt like they were seeing more pieces of a story that did not fully match the image being presented in the moment. To some people, it still looked like a normal reinvention story. To others, it felt much more planned out, like a carefully managed image shift, happening behind the scenes. And that is when more questions started spreading online. People began asking why certain videos were removed or quietly made harder to find. They also started noticing that earlier stories about how she met Charlie did not always seem to be told the exact same way every time. That alone does not prove anything serious, and it does not confirm any hidden wrongdoing. But online, public perception moves fast, and once that shift starts, it can be hard to slow down. What once looked like a simple and polished backstory now feels a lot more layered to many viewers. People are looking at it differently because the old...
She be wiping them fake tears like, I don't want to mess up my makeup. She makes sure she don't mess that makeup up, don't she? Look at those evil eyes, man. If stares could tell a story, what is that lady thinking when she's looking like that? Scary, man. That lady has a spooky stare.
Clips, past appearances, and changing details are making the overall picture feel more complicated than it first seemed. Now the story people talk about feels like a mix of pageants, auditions, entertainment goals, political influence, and carefully managed public image all blended into one narrative. And with every older clip that comes back around, more viewers keep asking the same thing. Are people seeing the full picture today, or just the version that was meant to be seen? Maybe this really is personal growth. Maybe it is a deliberate image shift. Or maybe the truth sits somewhere right in the middle. That part depends on who is watching and how they read it. Some people see maturity and change over time, while others see details that feel harder and harder to ignore. But one thing is clear now: the internet keeps receipts. And as long as older footage and past clips continue resurfacing, the conversation around Erika Kirk is not fading anytime soon. In the digital world, the past does not just disappear. It stays quiet for a while, then shows back up at the exact moment people start looking at the present differently.
Man, she is the fakest. She did a complete 360, didn't she? From before she met Charlie Kirk and after. I mean, before she was young, seemed like she might even been kind of fun back in the day. After Charlie, I mean, evil. It seems like she got with Charlie and she just took on his persona and his ideology and just got filled with hate and evilness. The fakeness was already there. She's been fake. But the evilness, the vindictiveness, oh man, the evilness, it's wild, man. That lady cannot be trusted. She's fake. Let me know what you think down in the comments. It's Big Lamar, not the little one. Share this video, subscribe to the channel, and give this video a like. I'm gone.